Warning, this episode contains some gory bits which are definitely not suitable for younger viewers.
I remember one Christmas, it was many years ago, I was somehow welding a chainsaw and cutting up zombies. It's kind of gorish actually. Maybe it's something we should talk about. But in this episode, we're gonna look at some glitches in Dead Rising 4. Now I bet you guys didn't think that was coming. It's a zombie game set at Christmas. Maybe you did see it coming.
Dead Rising 4, it's just mindless zombie killing fun at Christmas. What could be more festive than a horde of zombies? Maybe if they had Santa hats, that could be a thing. Now, you'd be forgiven for thinking the zombies in the game were the dumbest things, but that award goes to the human NPCs who are ridiculously stupid. If they're not stuck running on the spot and not actually attacking me, they were stuck behind glass and just couldn't get around it. I mean, just go around. No, stop running, just go around the glass. Okay, forget it. It's fine. Ugh, there's no way that they could be this dumb. But here we are, I guess. And then you have the added bonus of when they die, they basically ragdoll, and sometimes they become yoga masters, which is what I think is happening here. I could be way off base. I don't know. I mean, that's not even how gravity works. Like, how are you doing this? Speaking of gravity not working, I don't know what this guy was doing, but that's not how chairs work, dude. You're kind of in the wrong spot. Your butt needs to be on the seat. You know, unless this is a magic trick. Could be a magic trick. Okay, you just keep doing that. And don't even get me started on the floating burrito. I mean, come on. I mean, why is this? How is this? Why is this? Now, don't get me wrong, while the human enemies are so dumb, the zombies don't really fare much better. They can often be found being stuck inside things, like these guys stuck inside this dumpster. That's gotta be fun. Or how about these ones stuck inside this locker? Well, I mean, one's open, you could just leave. The one that's in the locker that's closed, you are definitely never coming out again. This one seems to have achieved flight and gotten stuck in the ceiling. Great. Oh, guys, come on. How are you even inside that thing? And then sometimes you'll have zombies that aren't actually stuck. They just don't attack you for some reason. They're like right there, like I'm in killing distance, and nope. Well, that makes this whole thing 10 times easier then. I could just attack you at oh, I nudged you. Oh, now you're free. Oh, have some nails. Pow! I guess you weren't stuck after all. You were just playing. I should have seen this coming.
Wow, that's some really interesting stuff, Frank. What else you got for us? Got any ways to get out of bounds? Probably.
As expected, any great addition to a glitch video would be getting out of bounds, and Dead Rising 4 definitely delivers. This particular out of bounds glitch can be performed in case number 2, and the part where you see Darcy. You remember Darcy, right? This guy. Well, once you're done talking with him, go through this door and then make your way down the corridor, and eventually you'll come to this kind of locker that you can actually climb on top of. Now, all you need to do here is climb on top of this locker, and when Frank is standing up, simply jump. And if you do this correctly, you'll be placed on top of the roof, and you'll now technically be out of bounds. But this isn't the end of this glitch, we can actually do quite a bit more with it. Once you've gone through the ceiling, make a left and you'll find there's kind of an invisible wall here. If you now kind of jump against this wall, eventually you'll enter this weird state where you can keep jumping while there's no ground underneath you. If you now repeatedly press the jump button, you'll find that Frank is able to, well, fly, I guess? It's just a little bit of Christmas magic. But we can essentially use this glitch to actually travel all over the map. But there are some caveats to this. For one thing, you're unable to go super high. There's a ceiling above all of this world map, and if you hit that ceiling, Frank will die. In fact, this kind of thing is going to happen a lot if you try to get back in bounds. Basically, you'll hit some kind of death plane and the game will kill you. In fact, it's probably just best to avoid any ceilings or walls and just try to go around things, but you can get a lot of distance with this glitch. What is sad is there doesn't seem to be a way to get back in bounds and skip things in the game, which would be really interesting, but I appreciate this out of bounds glitch just for the fact that I can explore to a certain extent. It's just unfortunate that we can't go really, really high. That's one of my favorite things to do with these kind of bugs. Before we close out this section, I've got to say I'm very surprised that Capcom haven't patched this glitch out in any versions of this game, and probably never will. That just really surprises me for some reason. But how about we move on to our final glitch of this episode, and this one's a relatively interesting one. Well, well, if you've ever wanted to wear certain outfits along with the EXO Suit in the game, this glitch will allow you to do that. To begin pulling this glitch off, firstly, you'll need to have beaten the game to unlock this special Zero EXO Suit, which can be found in an emergency shelter in case number 5. Case number 5 starts out with this emergency shelter being overrun by zombies, and what you have to do here is go through the main gates and round the back to use the emergency generator, and then that opens up the emergency shelter, and inside you can see the Zero EXO Suit we're going to use for this glitch. Now what you need to do is there's a gas station right next to the emergency shelter where we can find one of these evolved super zombies, and what we need to do is lure this guy all the way back to the shelter. What's probably going to happen here is a ton of zombies are going to enter the emergency shelter and make this glitch 10 times harder than it needs to be. So my advice to you is block the entrance to the emergency shelter with some cars that the evolved zombie will easily be able to jump over, but the zombies won't be able to get in. Also, my advice would be to shut the doors downstairs and the one on the side of the emergency shelter, but not the main entrance. Once you pull off this glitch, you're going to want to be able to leave this place. With this super zombie now inside the emergency shelter, you need to stand next to this special Zero EXO Suit and then wait for the zombie to jump on the wall. When the super zombie jumps off the wall, immediately get inside this EXO Suit, and what will happen is the super zombie's attack will interrupt the getting in the EXO Suit animation, and this will cause the game to get in a glitch state where the game thinks that Frank is now wearing the EXO Suit, but really he isn't. Now all you have to do is go out into the world and find another EXO Suit and put it on. The closest EXO Suit to the emergency shelter is a church that's pretty much just around the corner, so go find that. And now you can actually take this EXO Suit to any mirror and start putting different outfits on over the top of the EXO Suit in strange ways. Well, it is Glitchmas after all, so it seems only appropriate that we put something Santa or Christmas related on. I feel festive already. Now, the most observant among you might have realized that the EXO Suit doesn't actually have a health bar now, so you can basically wear this for as long as you want. But in this glitch state, you won't be able to use any of the kind of perks that would be available when you wear the EXO Suit, so certain weapons might not be able to be picked up. However, you are able to drive around in vehicles whilst wearing the EXO Suit now. So there's always that, I guess. Now it's off to go kill some more zombies.
Well, those are some things that I can't unsee. Maybe we should check out a different game that's a little more lighthearted. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.